Hello everyone, this is Alex Stop here, and I am back. My computer has been fixed, and I'm going to give you an Australian Grand Prix preview. Now, Australia is a Grand Prix I like. It's a shame about the time for me, because it's like 5 o'clock in the morning, UK time, which is not good at all. I know they do it like 5 in the afternoon in Australia itself, so that's not too bad. But over here it's really early in the morning, which I don't like getting up early in the morning, and I'm sure a lot of you will agree with me. But this last year's winner, of course, Jenson Button, he's won here in 2012, 2010 and 2009, so he could potentially equal Michael Schumacher's record around this track if he wins this time round, although it is pretty unlikely because the McLaren doesn't look very fast according to what the media said about it, and people have only been saying it was fast at Jerez, not as in it was only fast at Jerez, it's at the Jerez track, but that's the only time when they said it was fast. Now the DRS zones and the DRS zones will be the same as last year, so 2 DRS zones. Of course, they are not allowed to use unlimited DRS anymore in practice and in the race and in qualifying. They're only allowed to use it in the zones, which will be interesting actually, because you might see people buzzing along on their limiters because they don't really want to have long gears because it'll affect the rest of the lap. Now, one thing I like about the Australian Grand Prix is the fact that it's a street circuit, but there are no hairpins in sight, which is rare. If you look at all the street circuits, there are always hairpins. Singapore's got hairpins, Monaco's got hairpins. This one does not. I think that if we do get New Jersey, that one has a hairpin, although that doesn't look really like it's going to go ahead, which is a shame. But the it is a 5.3 kilometer track, and the first Grand Prix here was held in 1996, and I believe Damon Hill won that. I'm not sure, I can't quite remember. The lap record being Michael Schumacher's in 2004, as you could probably guess, 124.125. Now, don't expect any of the current teams to be matching that, anywhere near that. But currently it looks like Red Bull will have the advantage going into the Grand Prix according to stat sheets and working out the fuel loads, going back on the fuel loads. But of course, we do not know. The Mercedes was mighty quick in testing, and Red Bull only topped one of the days, and the time that Webber topped it with is 2 seconds off what Rosberg did. So we're not sure. And Red Bull did very few race simulations. I think they only did one in Barcelona, which some people were saying, you know, why have they not done that? And of course they'll have their own program. It doesn't look like they've had any major problems that they've been having to fix with, like Lotus have. But these things do, you know, these things do happen, and of course we don't get a clear graph of everyone's performance, but it looks like they're going to be ahead. McLaren don't look like they're going to be second fastest. It looks like Ferrari or even Mercedes could be second fastest, which would be great result for Mercedes, who, you know, they've had a difficult, although they won a race last year and got a couple more podiums, you know, it wasn't a good year at all. At the end of the year they were just completely flopped. Who else should I talk about? Lotus. Now, Lotus, they matched Red Bull's pace really, and they look like they'll be right up top with Red Bull at Jerez and in parts of Barcelona, but they had quite big problems in Barcelona, of course, with Kimi getting ill on his first day of testing, which didn't help. They had a gearbox problem, I believe, and on top of all that, all the Renault engine suppliers or Renault engine teams are going to have problems with their engine maps after they got rejected by the FIA, which could affect performance, but I don't think it'll affect it that much. Now, if you want my predictions for the Grand Prix, I believe that Sebastian Vettel will get pole. Like he did dominantly in 2011, although I don't believe it'll be dominant this year. And for the podium finishers, I believe it's just going to be Vettel, Webber, and then Rosberg or Hamilton. I'm going to put Rosberg ahead of Hamilton on this one. Rosberg has been fast around this Australian track. In the past, I think it's where he got his first podium in the Williams. It was a long time ago now. But yeah, that's basically been it. So I'll see you next preview. Goodbye.